Good morning student, my name is Dr. R. Hembrom and I'll be teaching few topics in the subject of production technology of ornamental crops, medicinal and aromatics and landscape. This is a 4th semester course. So let's begin with flowers. So flowers, it has become an important part of our life, in our day-to-day life, and also during festivals and special occasions. Nowadays there is a trend of saying that flowers can be used to express our particular feelings or any emotions. So the use of flowers has increased tremendously in the present life. So based on utility, flowers can be divided into two types: cut flowers and loose flowers. Cut flowers are those which are utilized along with its flower stalks mainly for bouquet purposes, and loose flowers are those which are utilized without flower stalks, such as for garland making. And as per the mode of cultivation, cut flowers are again divided into open cultivated, like for example gladulus, tuberose and chrysanthemum, and protected cultivated such as rose, gerbera, carnation, lilium and orchid. Apart from that, loose flower on the contrary, they are mainly open cultivated such as marigold and jasmine. Under open cultivation, flower crops are grown when the conditions of the environment are congenial for their growth. But under protected cultivations, all the input things such as light, temperature, fertilizer doses and even humidity, they are provided as per the need of the plant. And under protected cultivation, the flowers are mainly grown in enclosed structures such as the polyhouse or the greenhouse. So today we will see the production technology of marigold. Commercially, there are only two important species of marigold, that is Tagetes erecta, commonly known as African marigold, and Tagetes petula, which is commonly known as French marigold. Other species of marigold is Tagetes tenuifolia. It is also known as Tagetes signata, commonly known as signet marigold. Now we'll see the different what is the difference among all these species. African marigold, they are hardy plants, they are tall, they are 90 centimeter tall, they are erect, branched, and the flower colors, it varies from lemon yellow to orange in color. Whereas the French marigold, they are comparatively smaller than the African marigold, and their height it grows up to 30 centimeter height. They are also hardy like the African marigold. They are more of a bushy or compact in nature. The bloom size is smaller as compared to the African marigold, and the flower type may be single or double. The flower color varies from yellow to mahogany red. Then in case of signet marigold, also known, like previously I said, it is also known as Tagetes signata. They are dwarf species of marigold, and the distinct feature of this flower is that they have 5 ray florets. So this species, you can differentiate it from the African marigold and French marigold based on the presence of 5 ray florets. So marigold as a loose flower, it is used for garland making, decoration, for bedding purposes as you can see in the picture, for edging, and for the extraction of natural dye which is known as lutein. Lutein is a yellow colored pigment which is a xanthophyll under the carotenoid pigment group, and it is industrially used as a food coloring dye, and it is also used in poultry feed to increase the yellow intensity of the egg yolk. Marigold is mainly originated from Mexico, and it has been introduced in India in the 16th century. After that, it has naturalized in different agroclimatic conditions of India. And it belongs to the family Asteraceae, which was previously known as Compositae. And the chromosome number of marigold is 2n is equal to 24 of diploid species like the Tagetes erecta, and 2n is equal to 48 for tetraploid species like Tagetes petula. Under soil and climatic requirements, although marigold can be grown in a wide climatic range, favorable temperature, it ranges from 18 to 30 degrees Celsius. And also for soil also, it can be grown in a wide range of soil provided that it is fertile and well drained and having pH 7 to 7.5. Marigold is commercially propagated through seeds, although it can also be grown with the help of cuttings. And seeds grown plants are more vigorous, they produce better quality flowers, but cuttings are mainly used for maintaining the purity of variety. For that, approximately 10 cm of cuttings are taken. They are then treated with rooting hormones such as Rotex or Ceradex, and then after rooting they can be transplanted into the main field. Under land preparation fertilizer, field is plowed mainly during May or June month, and 2 to 3 times plowing is sufficient for land preparation. And at the time of land preparation, well-rotted FIM is applied at the rate of 50 tons per hectare, and the recommended NPK fertilizer dose is 200 is to 100 kg per hectare. In this, half dose of nitrogen and full dose of phosphorus and potassium are provided at the time of field preparation, and the remaining nitrogen is provided 1 month after transplanting. Nursery raising and transplanting. Nursery raising is an important operation in case of marigold cultivation. In this, seedlings can be grown either in pots or in seed beds or even in pro trays. So nursery beds of size length of 3 meter into breadth of 1 meter size beds are prepared, and 10 kg of FIM per meter square is applied to that, and for 1 hectare 8 to 10 beds are sufficient. So seeds can be either sown in lines or they can be broadcasted, and after sowing the seeds they are covered with light soil or sand or even the leaf molds, and immediately after sowing they are irrigated very lightly with the help of rose can. And thinning is an important operation to reduce the plant population, so that there is not so much competition among the seedlings for light, space and nutrients. So it's a healthy practice. Another thing is that for transplanting, 1 month old seedlings which are having 3 to 4 leaves, they are transplanted in the main field, and after transplanting immediately they are irrigated. Planting hemp. Okay, this marigold plant can be cultivated throughout the year. Based on different season of crops, planting time varies. For example, for summer season crop, the planting time is first week of January, and the characteristic features of the plant which are grown during summer season is that they mostly have vegetative growth, and the flower size is small, and the flowering is also very sparse. And for rainy season crop, the planting time varies from end of June, or it can be also planted in the beginning of July. And the flower production is comparatively better as compared to the summer grown crops. And in winter season grown crops, the planting time is mid-September. This winter season crop is most suitable for flower production as well as for seed production. Planting and spacing. For 1 hectare, seed rate of 1 kg is sufficient, and spacing varies with respect to species. Like for example, in Tagetes erecta, the spacing is more, that is 40 cm row to row, and plant to plant, between plant to plant it is 30 cm. In Tagetes petula, the spacing is 20 cm for row to row spacing and 20 cm for plant to plant spacing. Under cultural operation, irrigation is provided at weekly interval during winter season, and during summer time it is provided at 4 to 5 days interval. 3 to 4 weedings are sufficient to maintain the field weed free. Pinching is also important practice in case of marigold. Here what we do is the apical dominance is removed by pinching the apical portion of the plants, and this is mainly done at 40 days after transplanting. Pinching is done mainly to ensure the growth of lateral branches so that the production of flower rate increases. Under harvesting and yield. Harvesting is mainly done 60 days after transplanting, mainly at full bloom stage when the flower is completely bloomed, not in a bud stage, and mainly during morning and evening hours. Most of the flowers, they are harvested during morning or evening hours because to reduce the transpiration loss, so that it won't affect the quality of the flowers. The yield of African marigold is more as compared to the French marigold. So in African marigold the yield is 18 tons per hectare, and in French marigold it is 10 to 12 tons per hectare. Seed production. For seed production, the isolation distance that needs to be maintained varies from 1000 to 1500 meters among different varieties, since it is a cross-pollinated crop. And for seed production, mainly the winter grown crop is taken, and it takes 6 months time period for seed production. The seed yield in case of African marigold, it is between 300 to 400 kg per hectare, and in case of French marigold, it is 1000 to 1200 kg per hectare. After harvesting the flowers, they are mainly packed in gunny bags for local market, and they are packed in bamboo basket for distant market. Next, we will see the disease, different kinds of disease and pest which dreads this plant, marigold plant. Under diseases, there are mainly 3 diseases. First one is damping off, which is a very prevalent disease in nursery grown crops. And damping off is caused by Rhizoctonia solani, which results in appearance of brown necrotic spots, ultimately leading to the death of the seedlings due to collapse. And also it also results in decaying of the roots, and it can be controlled by soil drenching with 1 gram per liter of Bevestine. Leaf spot is a foliar disease which is caused due to Alternaria tachytica, and in this minute brown color spots which are circular in shape appears on leaves, and when they advances, they leads to premature defoliation of the leaves. This disease can be controlled by spraying diethyl M45 at the rate of 0.2% at 15 days interval after the appearance of the disease. Next, third disease is powdery mildew. It is also a foliar disease which is caused due to odium species. In this, white powdery substances, it appears on plant parts. It covers the whole plant. You can find the plant fully covered in white powder, and it is mainly controlled by sulfur-based fungicides such as carathane, which is applied at the rate of 0.5% at 15 days interval. Okay, red spider mite and hairy caterpillar, these are 2 important pests which infest the marigold heavily. Red spider mite, they mainly appear during flowering time, and they suck the sap from flowers and thereby affecting its quality, and it can be controlled by spraying betasestoc or Rogor at the rate of 1 ml per liter. Hairy caterpillar. Hairy caterpillar, it mainly feeds on the foliage, and it affects the growth of the plant, and it can be controlled by spraying quinalphos at the rate of 1.5 ml per liter. Okay, this slide consists of various varieties which has been released from ICR Institute as well as State Agriculture University, that is BCKV Kalyani in West Bengal. So based on African marigold and French marigold, I have differentiated which are the varieties which belong to African marigold and which are the varieties which belong to French marigold category. And there are also exotic varieties which are commercially important. So please go through the varieties and try to remember as many as possible. Varieties name, try to remember as many as possible. So that's all for today, for this class, and thank you so much.